Hello everyone, I am Sukhbir Kaur Gill, your English teacher. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the story named My Greatest Olympic Prize. So, the story My Greatest Olympic Prize is written by Jesse Owens, the Negro American athlete. It is his own experience of true friendship in Berlin 1936 Olympics, where he won 4 gold medals, whereas Hitler was preparing with his performers to prove the superiority of the Aryan race by winning the most gold medals in the events. But Jesse Owens, an American Negro, had other plans in his mind. He was determined to prove Hitler's theory wrong by taking home 1 or 2 of those gold medals. And with that goal in mind, he had trained hard and disciplined himself for 6 years. So, dear students, please remember this thing that he had trained hard and disciplined himself for the time span of 6 years. Moreover, a year before the grand event, Jesse set a world record of 26 feet 8 1/4 inches in running broad jump at his university. So, everyone expected him to win that Olympic event easily. But when Jesse reached Berlin and went to the broad jump trials, he was surprised. He was surprised to see that a German athlete named Louis Long was hitting almost 26 feet at the practice leaps. He also came to know that Hitler had kept him under wraps, hoping to win the jump with him. Knowing Hitler's cunning ways, Jesse got angry and more determined to win the broad jump to prove who was superior and who was not. As we know that an angry athlete always makes mistakes. Jesse fouled in the first 2 trial leaps by taking off from several inches beyond the line. Then he thought bitterly, Did I come 3,000 miles for this? To foul out of the trials and make a fool of myself? So he was fed up from his performance. As Jesse was clearly frustrated and kicked the ground in disgust. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder. The man was none other than his German rival in the broad jump, Louis Long, who had qualified for his finals on his first attempt. The friendly, blue-eyed man offered Jesse a firm handshake. Then Louis encouraged him and suggested to leap from a few inches back of the board. This tip helped Jesse eventually qualifying for the finals. That night, Jesse went Louis Long and thanked him and talked about so many things. He talked about field, sports events, and the world situation, among other things. Jesse came to know that Louis did not believe in the Aryan supremacy theory. They became good friends after that conversation, and Louis really wanted Jesse to do his best, even if that meant Jesse's winning. The next day, Lewis broke his own past record, and that inspired Jesse for a peak performance. When finally he landed from his final jump, Lewis was the first man there to congratulate him. He shook hands with Jesse firmly, despite the fact that Hitler was watching, them from the stands. This was the great display of true friendship and sportsman spirit from Lewis. Jesse Owens feels that Lewis Long's friendship was the greatest Olympic prize which he won in Berlin. In fact, their friendship ended only when Long died in World War II. So, important thing you need to remember here is that what Jesse Owens adds a note after his story that Lewis was the perfect example of the sportsman spirit that Pierre de Coubertin, founder of modern Olympics, had in mind when he said, the most important thing in the Olympic Games is not winning, but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering, but fighting well. So, my dear students, you need to remember this thing that participation is more important than winning. So, this is all about your story, my greatest Olympic prize. Thank you.